Morning, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am here with a couple of beautiful partly polished quartz crystals, and they are, well, they're supposed to be manifestors. One is not quite a manifestor. I'll explain as I show you each of the different crystals. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Smadar from Song of Stones, and I'm a crystal whisperer. And what that means is that I listen for the songs, the messages from crystals, and I share them on my website with individual clients, and also every other week in the Sunday Sparkle. Every full and new moon, the crystals sing a special message for the community. And if you are interested in hearing those messages, I invite you to sign up to the Sunday Sparkle newsletter. So what we have here today, what these two crystals were singing so powerfully, is, let me show you this one first. It is a manifestation crystal. You can see that inside the crystal are many tiny little crystals. And it's not just inside. You can see them outside. You can see, if you look at the top, there's some that are partly in and partly out. This crystal was just, there was a burst of creation, and this crystal has inner, outer, and partly inner outer crystals. The ones that are partly in and out are called inner child crystals. They are said, I'm not going to say good, I'm going to say they are said to help you connect with your inner child. And they can, oh, I'm just seeing a fairy face in one of the crystals. I'm seeing lots of fairies in these crystals. I have to tell you that in any crystal where there's been this kind of explosion or any kind of break or crack, you'll always find fairies. You see them in the lightning struck crystals too. They're always there. Fairies are just natural healers. They help beings to transform and to regenerate. And you can see there's some etchings on this crystal. It's really beautiful. And what I have been receiving from this crystal is that it's a fairy garden. And it kind of looks like that, right? If you look from the outside in, on one of the sides, you could just see all those beautiful crystals that have grown and created this beautiful sparkling garden. How magical is that? And you can see the fairies dancing. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay. And then this one was sent to me as a manifestor, but it's really not quite. There's one crystal inside this one, and it's quite large. You can see how big it is. I hope you can see. It's a little tricky when you're looking at manifestation crystals to know what to look for. Once you've seen one, you kind of know. And I'll show you the, oh, and then there's that gorgeous rainbow where there's cracks or breaks or shifts in growth, you'll often see rainbows. Not always as spectacular as this one. This one is vivid and large. And there's the part of the crystal that's protruding outside of the stone. And then you can see that, well, this is a time when the rainbow is going to affect your ability to see. Let me turn it over. So now that you've seen the crystal on the outside, you can see the form on the inside because you know what you're looking for. Yeah, a lot of times people can have manifestation crystals and not even know it. It's pretty amazing. So this one whispered its message to me, and that was of magnification. This crystal is here to help someone to see, which is kind of synchronistic because, you know, it's hard for us to see the little crystals inside, the little crystals that are manifestors inside of another crystal. So this one is about magnifying things, about bringing things into greater view. So something that we might have missed will just expand and come into our awareness big time. That's what this crystal is here to offer. One of its gifts. I really want to stress that that is only one of its gifts. Each crystal will have many, many, like each one of us, will have many, 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 many gifts. And can you see the fairy? Oh, so magical. There's many fairies here too. There's one there, sitting on top of the crystal, on the outer crystal. You can see the fairy. So beautiful. Let me give you another look at these two gorgeous beings. They're so bright and so sparkly. And I'm going to play a little with the light and see if you can get a better angle. Because that makes a difference too. And then you'll start to see more of the fairies dancing around as you turn and shift the crystal. So these are the two crystals that we're singing today and who wanted to be shared with you. Very, very magical. And take a moment to breathe in that energy just before, and excuse the interruption. I forgot to turn the ringer off the phone. So I feel like it's almost perfect timing because we were almost done with the recording. So take a moment to just breathe in that lovely energy of manifestation and know that you can tap into the energy of these crystals from wherever in the world that you are. You don't have to have them in your hands. Sometimes manifestation crystals, because they're so rare to find, it's not always possible for all of us to have a manifestation crystal. once you do, you might find that you attract more. I remember the first time that I got a manifestation crystal, as soon as I had that first one in my hand, they started showing up all over the place. It was incredible. Part of their magic, right? So remember that if you don't have one, or even if you do and you want to connect to the energy of these ones, just tune in. And if you're new to the crystals and you're not quite sure how to connect with the crystal's energy, I invite you to stop by for our live crystal Zooms for the Crystal Blessing meditation. I hold them once a month, and it's a short meditation, and during which you will connect to the energy of your crystal, or if you don't have one, the crystal that is singing over here, we will share with you. Yeah, so if you want a little bit of help knowing how to connect, I encourage you to stop by the monthly live crystal Zooms, because you will see how easy it is, and how in just a few minutes, really, literally just a few minutes, you can receive a message, an energy, a sensation, whatever it is that the crystal is offering in that moment. And you're doing it in a way with other people, and that also expands it also makes it easier. And it's sometimes also easier when you have somebody guiding you through the process, which I will do. So that's it for today. Have a really beautiful rest of your day and an amazing weekend. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. It's coming out this Sunday. See you soon. Lots of love.